kind of hard to sit up here as a coach of UConn basketball and feel real good about the effort or to feel better about yourself after a 12-point home loss. After Wednesday's game, kind of the shame and embarrassment of our effort, particularly in the last 25 minutes of that one. Coming in here, just the way we challenge the guys about their effort and competitive nature, competitive character. From an effort standpoint, I'm not sure we could have played much harder. Just the reality of it is, that we're at least, offensively and defensively, we're, as a team, still pretty far away from where we need to be here. But felt great about the effort. The rebounding, just again a little bit too much. Aubrey Dawkins, he put on a show out there and hit some really tough shots. And then obviously, we struggled offensively, but that's one of the best defensive teams in the country. Unique, physical, really physical, and obviously Taco's presence, and then again the turnovers. Just our the undoing just continues to be trying to drive gaps irresponsibly, and just the amount of turnovers just continue to kill us. So, at least though, from an effort standpoint, it was representative of what UConn should look like, or a team should look like that cares. Now it's just about moving this thing forward, just trying to get better now that we don't have to coach effort.
You had 17 offensive rebounds, only 6 second chance points. It's just the offense not get anything out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's, they guarded well. They were physical. They did a heck of a job, being as physical as they were and not fouling. Obviously, you get an offensive rebound as a 7'6" guy there. It's hard to get put back. And then what we kind of preached was, offensive rebounded and look out to the 3-point line. And we just didn't, we're just not at the point as a program where, like, we do a lot of things right because it takes time to build habits of doing things the right way. There's no magic dust that you sprinkle on a team and then all of a sudden you're disciplined in all aspects of the game. So, unfortunately, there's certainly a lot of areas we've got to get better. But again, I had a hard time, we had a hard time looking at each other in the eyes the last couple of days because of the disappointment in each other. At least in that locker room we could look at each other and not be ashamed of how we represented the university and the program. Just got to get better. We're just, we got a lot of improving to do here in terms of how good we are.
Coach, aside from the dismal performance today, how did you feel about Altarik's performance?
Yeah, I think Al. Obviously, you look at the final stat line there. You can see the 19 shots, and you say, "Wow, he took a bunch late there when it was kind of, we're trying to scramble to get back in." And I think his shot selection, might have got away from him there, at times. But Al's going to be a work in progress. Al's going to continue to knock the rust off and get better. Al's got the heart of a lion. This guy hasn't played much ball. He'll keep getting better because Al's made of the right things. So, Al Gilbert will eventually, be a real difference maker for this program in games like this versus the best teams.
Dan, what do you make of Jalen's ups and downs lately? And can he still be a guy who takes over a game that's locked up at like 40-40, down the stretch of the game? Can he become a takeover player for you still?
Yeah, listen, I thought his whole approach to owning the last 2 days, he owned it. He was the first guy out on the court today shooting. He had a stone-faced, determined look. There were no smiles. There were no you know, playing the guitar, you know, after a three. He was locked in the way a serious basketball player needs to be locked in. You know, but he's going through right now, you know, some struggles, you know, with his confidence. But if Jalen Adams, you know, approaches every single day the way he approached his last two and game day and his mindset, you know, he'll come out of this and he'll start playing much better basketball. Can he take over games at the level that Aubrey Dawkins does or DJ Taylor? You know, obviously, he's going to have to do that, prove that. But I loved how he showed up today. He was about business. He was serious about playing. And I thought he did a great job on DJ Taylor, preseason player of the year.
Is there some kind of mental hurdle towards the end of the game? It seems like you guys are always right there in the last, when the last 10 minutes or so are left, and then those last 10 minutes seem to not be going the way you want it to be.
Yeah, so that is, I think that just becomes an accumulation. This isn't a cop-out. This is just an accumulation. I've been through these first years before at a couple of other places where, you know, when you've come off back-to-back years or in some other places more than that, there's a here we go again mindset that I think, you know, subconsciously creeps in, you know, and that's just a hump that, you know, you've either got to find a way with the players that have been through that, you know, this year to, you know, step up and make a shot to stop a run, make a steal and a dunk to stop a run, you know. It's just kind of, you know, the here we go again mindset that comes from losing, being deeply embedded, you know, in your DNA at a place like this that's used to winning. It is a hurdle. You know, it's a hurdle that a program's got to get over. You know, you get over it by going to work every day with this team and continuing to try to build confidence and build great habits. You know, with the people that are here, and then obviously as new people come into the program, as you're building year after year, you know, you don't necessarily, you know, have a group of players that have kind of been through that, all that losing, and then they don't maybe accept it the same way. It's the best way I can put it.
Why does it take a game like Wednesday to get that stone face out of Jalen, or to get that determination out of some of your guys? Like, so they come in here today locked in and ready to go. And is that frustrating for you at all as a coach, having tried to preach that locked in message?
No, I mean, there's a reason why I'm here. You know, the reason why I'm here is to fix, you know, these issues that we're all in here talking about, right? Improving the program in all aspects. You know, it's part of why, you know, UConn has struggled is, you know, just that toughness, that mentality, that killer mindset, that you know, again, that will to win that has driven this program to the heights it's been at. It's been absent, and you don't get that back overnight. We struggled offensively versus, you know, one of the best defensive teams in the country. Our effort, their effort, or even our defense. You take away some of those live ball turnovers that turned into, you know, maybe 6 for 6 from the field for them. Our half-court defense was probably better, minus Dawkins and tough shots he was shooting. But our half-court defense was pretty good. It's the live ball turnovers that lead to runouts that killed us. You know, and then screwing up like the back screen, not dropping with the big on the back screen, like things like that that just, you know, we struggle with. But like, this is why I was hired. It's not just one thing that needs to be fixed. It's tons of things that need to be fixed. Mindset, showing up the right way is just one of them.
How close do you think it is to like turning a corner in your mind in terms of how much stuff is getting fixed?
Well, listen, that's for me that was about the second best. Just a look test. That was the second best team we played this year. If we show up for every video session and every walkthrough, you know, and if guys go back to their dorm and you know, at night stay in their rooms and watch games together and bond and build a strong team together and show up with that type of effort and that type of focus, and play that hard, we'll win our share of games this year. We'll put ourselves in position to win enough games, to make progress. But there's obviously, a gap between us and the better teams that we play. And we just got to kind of keep closing that gap with our efforts this year, and then in our efforts in building this thing up over time. But we're not close to where they are right now. Those guys, they're men, and they're well schooled, and they have great habits, and they're led by guys that are locked in.